So we know that Heathcliff is a character that we can point to say that the psychological, the moral matters for him. How do we understand Heathcliff? And also, what do we do with his level of likability?
Well, I think that having the knowledge of his background and the fact that he's an orphan and just keeping that in mind.
At the heart of what makes a Holderness learner is someone who arrives at school having an understanding of what they start off being really excited about, something that draws them to this place, but understands that there's so much more available to them and waiting for them that they can't even imagine for themselves yet.
At my old school, I would usually identify myself as a skier and lose sight of who I was as a student. And now here, I figured out that I really like to be in the sciences and math more so than I maybe like to ski.
We spend a lot of time as adults trying to understand cognitive science, how it informs how adolescents learn, but also how it informs how adults learn, so that we can be deliberate and thoughtful and excited about the learning that happens at Holderness School.
How about this? How about this? I'm in my plane, right, and I'm going through the air and there's a headwind. Is it gonna take me longer to get where I'm going?
Yeah.
Yes. Why? If I'm trying to get them to learn something, I have to present it or have to craft activities that are gonna allow them to interact with the material in a variety of different ways. So I think it's very, very important when working with kids to try to give everybody their own avenue and their own opportunity to get to that point that we're trying to get to. A really important part of the process is helping a kid understand, oh, this is how I learn. This is the process that's gonna help me understand what's going on in this class.
I'd say my favorite teacher has been Mr. Shep. He poses a question, and when you get it wrong, he gives you time to think about it, which I think has been really beneficial to my learning as it's taught me how to think for myself and work through problems.
Right now I'm taking an art history class in Stromera, which I really like. And so a couple of weekends ago, we went to the Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. And coming back to Holderness, it was kind of something all the students in the class could talk about and talk about art in a way that I've never really viewed it before.
The way that we embrace the idea of teaching and learning is that we're all learners. It's not just the students in your classroom. It's the teachers, it's the administrators, it's the staff. We're all members of a learning community.
And think about, is there more sugar in one than the other? Do they have differing amounts of sugar in them?
Learning is a shared experience in many ways. Kids need to come to class ready to be engaged, ready to question me, and that's good. They'll take me to the limits of my knowledge, and I say, I don't know, let's look it up together.
The learning here at Holderness has been good for me because it's so rigorous. It's a challenge that you can take on because teachers are going to help you with those challenges.
The most important thing about learning here for me is the small classroom setting. I believe that it gives you more opportunities to ask questions and for the teacher to also know if you're struggling. It's easier to see in a class of 5, for my French class, for example, versus a class of 20 at some other school. And then from the small classroom setting and small community, you can also get extra help really easily.
The community we have here really fosters relationships between students and their teachers. So I think seeing the side of teachers outside of the classroom has been really beneficial. Just it shows them as real people and people you can connect with.
Hard part.
It's not hard.
What's the hard part? The jumping?
The jump.
All right, so he goes.
Jump. We jump into a plie. We jump back together. Jump.
Central to being a Holderness learner is this notion that you stretch yourself to take risk. And in that stretch, there are people who are willing to help support you.
Rabbi Gendler said to me once, teaching is a lot like gardening. We are the gardeners, and we put seeds in the ground, but we can't tell a seed when to germinate and grow. I keep watering with the hope of a gardener that one day the seed will take root and grow.